Essence Spring Summer 2026. Today, guys, we are gonna try some new beauties. This video is part 1 and part 2 is coming soon. I'm gonna film it tomorrow, so most likely part 2 will be published next. In this video, we are gonna try these new palettes from Essence and we are gonna find out whether it's a full dupe to Hourglass or no. Spoiler, not really. And I had some issues with these beauties when I filmed swatches for your own skin. As well, in this video, we are gonna try new juicy Bomb Lip Glosses, new matte lipsticks, all new beautiful single eyeshadows, and quite many other products. So take a seat and let's go. I took new eye patches to try and I'm gonna wear them while swatching you new eyeshadows and mascaras. These new patches are made in China. They contain green tea, caffeine, and niacinamide. Hope we won't have a reaction, but we'll see. They look like this. Oh, by the way, they look lovely. They look lovely. Currently, I don't have anything on my skin and I haven't applied even a toner. But anyway, as I'm gonna swatch you these two palettes on skin, I will apply some skincare a little bit later. Okay, let's try. Oh, they feel so nicely. And they are quite thick. Look at them. Okay, hope they work. I think that I should take off extra because they are a little bit too wet, so they can move. And I would say that it's better to apply this one here, and the second one I'm gonna put right here. So far, feel okay. Let's start from eyeshadows. As I'm gonna film 2 videos, so it means that I'm gonna film 2 eye looks, so I will do my best for trying all shades. Unfortunately, if we talk about this Mona eyeshadow Pearly, I have only 2 shades, 3 shades were released. The second one wasn't available when I made my order. Let's start probably from these classical metallic eyeshadows. They remind me of an old formula that is currently discontinued, metallic chrome, if I remember well, starting from shade 1, and most likely today I'm gonna wear this shade. Texture is quite nice and it's creamy enough. They can emphasize skin texture, they clearly can do it, but they look bright. Look at this shade. As for me, they are a little bit, can't tell you that I'm impressed. They feel creamy, yep, but on skin, they, pieces look a little bit separated, and this product can easily emphasize skin texture. Okay, we'll see how it goes. Shade 3. This one has this, well, texture is exactly the same, we just simply have a different shade, and this shade is slightly warm. So I would say that it's warm brown. These beauties, they are moving. Shade 1, shade 3. Time for Mona Eyeshadow Glitter, and we're gonna start from shade 1. All new eyeshadows are made in China. Shade 1 looks kind of flaky if we compare it to other shades, and I do prefer shades 2 and 3 because of the texture, actually. And these guys, they don't have a visible base, we just simply have glitters. It's a kind of a topper, and let me show them to you. If you want to have less glitters, it's better to apply such products using fluffy brushes. This one reminds me of Fenty Beauty a bit. The idea is kind of similar. They're kind of nice, so just not throwing away this part that protects your beauty. Shade 2 looks slightly pinkish, but honestly on swatches, it's barely visible unless you apply a lot, but still it's barely visible. And compare these two textures, it's better to do like this, and yeah, now it should be better visible. Look, this shade looks brighter than this one. This one doesn't look that bright and glitter as this one, and look, it's It's not pink, it's just simply silver on eyelids. They look beautiful. And they remind me of Urban Decay. We're gonna discuss it a bit later on. And finally, shade free. And while filming swatches, I had a kind of an accident and I had to catch this refill and I put it back, of course, and I used the glue. So you should be careful with these beauties. I kept shade 2, as you can see, and we are gonna compare. This shade reminds me of Space Cowboy from Urban Decay a bit. It's slightly warm, slightly, but at the same time it's glittery. And this shade, it's the brightest shade. I like this texture. I like such textures. Mascaras. I have quite many. This time I'm gonna show you 4 new mascaras. As a part of the next video, I'm gonna show you 3 more. We're gonna start from this new formula. It's called Water Length, and I have a basic version and a waterproof. So on this side, I'm gonna apply a basic one. On this side, I'm gonna apply waterproof. We're gonna start from 1 layer, of course. So let's try. Oh, it looks nicely. But it's not really about volume. If you have flat lashes, it's better to curl them in advance. My lashes are naturally curled. This beauty, it won't curl your lashes at all. It separates quite well, it gives a bit of length, and that's it. Actually, it looks quite okay. I hope that it won't transfer. Unfortunately, I won't be able to test all these mascaras today, so that's a little bit sad. I will test them while filming short videos. Applying waterproof one. They look the same. They look the same. Actually, it's not bad. So, basic one, waterproof one. I can't see... They're just the same layering. And so far, I like both. They look quite okay. They are not clumpy, but if you need volume, most likely they're not for you. Let's try to remove the waterproof one together. Oh, it's not that easy to do. I'm using a basic micellar water without any oils. This side I could clean easily. This one, it's not that easy. It's better to use something oily. Time to try this two. A Lash Without Limits Tubing Brown Mascara. It should be a nice one. This product is made in Luxembourg, and as well we have I Love Curl Volume Mascara Waterproof, and it's the only mascara that is made in China. These two are made in the black one, the basic one, is made in Italy, and the waterproof one is made in Luxembourg. Let's start from China. This one should curl quite well. It separates nicely, it doesn't look clumpy, but it's more about having something natural, I would say, on lashes. If you like trimmer, no, this one is not for you. Tubing one. It's dark. It's quite dark. It's visible that I don't have black here, but it's not that light. Honestly, they look kind of similar on lashes, at least right now. Layered. They both look nicely. I don't have any questions. They separate quite well. They curl a little bit. They don't give extra volume. If you're a drama queen, these two are not really for you, but they look nicely. And you can easily layer both. So far, so good. This one is waterproof, as a reminder. Let's remove them together. Grabbing micellar water, starting from the tubing one. Oh. Well, actually, you can remove it even using micellar water. Basic one, I mean. Now, let's try this side. You know, it's harder to remove this one. Time to swatch these beauties, and this product is made in China, and of course we're gonna start from palette 10. And currently on my skin I have a bit of a mineral powder from Paese. Not my favorite product, it doesn't have almost any coverage, but it looks beautiful as a finishing powder. Talking about these patches, I'm not really that impressed. First of all, they're not that cooling, and I would say that basic patches where we have 30 pairs, they are better, they are more cooling, they are not really, these guys, they are not really that nourishing, and they move. That's okay. That's okay when patch is smooth, I'm fine with it, but it was like, nothing really special. I would say, yeah, they look beautiful. I do agree. Fine, but I would prefer these patches. Time for palette 10. Is it really a full dupe to Hourglass? Not really. Textures are not the same, they feel differently. Here, especially if we talk about palette 10, textures are drier, and it's quite important to try. It's quite important to try, and let's start from the bronzer. It's not dusty, looks quite okay, and bronzer as an extra has some golden glitters. It's more shiny if we compare it to Hourglass, but of course it depends. Texture actually is quite okay. It's blendable. Shade is warm. Even a little bit too warm, I would say. Not sure. Especially about the shade, because as soon as you layer it, it's getting more orange. Now it's time to try blushes, and we are gonna start from the lightest one. I'm gonna apply one blush on one side, the other one on the other side. Hello? Where can I see a bit of pigment? Okay, they are blendable, but I can't see the shade. Okay, let's apply it here. Maybe if you have pale skin, in your case, this shade would show up. I can clearly see that I have product on my brush. Look at it. But I can't see this shade. Okay, and let's try this one. Is it a joke? Oh, this one, okay, I can see it right now. But you have to layer this shade. It looks okay. Actually, it looks okay, but if you have a bit of dryness, it seems to me that this product, it emphasizes dryness a bit. Highlighter. I thought that it would be brighter. Honestly, I thought that it would be way brighter. That's okay, I'm fine. But it stays on top. It stays on top and it has a visible base. Let me show it to you. I will layer and it's gonna be more visible. If you have light skin, cool undertone, if you have pale skin, I thought that I could suggest you this palette, but I can't suggest you this palette because this highlighter has a visible golden yellow base, and I think that it's visible on camera, at least as far as I can see, it's slightly visible. Guys, it's not even close to Hourglass, I'm sorry, it's not close. If you... okay, we're gonna discuss it later on. Currently, I'm disappointed. I am slightly disappointed. Okay, moving to this palette. For avoiding confusions, I'm gonna use different brushes, and we're gonna start from the bronzer. This one, I think that this shade is a little bit better than the one from the palette 10, because it looks more complicated. But if you... it seems that I haven't applied enough powder here, and look at this product, it got stuck here, and it looks party right now. Okay, it may happen. It's okay. It might be the case, but you should take it into account. So yeah, I haven't applied enough powder here. So don't pay attention to this. It's my fail. It's not the product, it's my fail. It's quite blendable, and this shade, it emphasizes skin texture less, and I would say that if we compare these two textures, bronzers, this one is better. Yeah, the shade is dark, but at least it looks quite complicated, and it's not simply orange on skin. Honestly, I think that I will mix these two shades while doing final look. Now let's try the blush. It's quite pigmented. Okay, seems like I haven't applied powder here as well because it got stuck. It means that you can't really apply these products directly on your foundation, otherwise they can easily stuck. Highlighters. We have, this beauty is kind of dark and you can use it actually as a blush, but whatever. Let's start from this shade. No. First of all, this shade has a visible base. Second thing, it emphasizes skin texture and it stays on top. I know that now everything looks dirty. I do agree. Let's try golden. Taking off extra just in case. I don't like it. I suspected, and when I tried these textures, when I was filming swatches, that I wouldn't like highlighters, and I don't like them. I don't like all highlighters because they texture, they have the same texture first of all, and this texture is kind of thick and it can easily emphasize skin texture, and such textures, they normally stay on top. They it's not that easy to blend them into skin. Talking about these highlighters, this shade is better to use as a blush. Actually, look at it, it's quite pigmented. It has a visible base. This shade has a visible base as well, and I would say that this palette is better for medium skin tone, but I like these two textures, and I think that these two are better than these guys. It's not a dupe to Hourglass. I'm so sorry, it's not even a dupe to Kika Milana. Back to basic makeup, and currently I have on my skin only this toner. And let's apply a new serum spray from Essence. It smells like honey. This product contains some oil, so I'm gonna use this product as a kind of primer at some point. By the way, it smells quite okay, not way too synthetic, but if you don't like honey, you're not gonna like this scent and this product. It feels quite nourishing on skin actually, and if you have dry prone skin, I think that you may really like this product, especially during winter time. Yeah, it feels great, really. And guys, we have a primer, and you glow like honey dewy primer. I'm gonna use it all over my face. This new primer smells like honey. And again, if you don't like honey, these two are not really for you. Feels okay on skin. So far, this one actually smells stronger if we compare these two. Seems that you don't really have to use a lot. It feels quite okay on skin, and actually it's even quite nourishing, but I have a feeling that it stays a little bit on top. And yes, it's sticky. It should be slightly dewy, and yeah, it is slightly dewy as far as I can see. So far okay, but the scent is a little bit too strong for me, I would say. I use the brow gel from NYX, the Brow Glue Crazy Lift. I like this product, it holds my brows perfectly. Now it's time to try a new foundation and a new concealer. I took a foundation in shade 100. Not sure about the shade, but we will see. Talking about the concealer, I took it in shade 70, and this shade is quite light for me, but it is what it is. let's try. As for me, the foundation is a little bit kind of dry. Oh, the shade is nice. It's a perfect match, actually. It's a perfect match. Cool. So the foundation feels a little bit dry, and if you have dry prone skin, I don't really think that this product would work in your case. It can easily emphasize lines and texture. And actually, it dries down way too fast, and you must work way too fast with this product. Yeah, coverage is quite high. You can layer this product, but you must be really careful while applying it. It dries down faster than Estee Lauder. Really, you don't have time to think to blend. You must apply it perfectly immediately, with the product applied and without. In my case, on my skin, this product looks okay. But if you have dry prone skin, if you have a bit of dryness, if you have some kind of dry patches on skin, it's immediately no, this product would emphasize everything. If you have visible pores and if you have dehydrated skin, it would emphasize pores as well. If you have oily prone skin, it's your product. Finish is matte. It's fully matte. Don't forget that I used this product from Essence that is slightly dewy, so now it doesn't look fully matte. But if you apply it directly on skin without any dewy primers, it would look fully, completely matte. And coverage, it's more high. I applied a thin layer. I didn't layer this product, and now it looks more like average, but it's full. I can easily layer it, especially right here. And look, now it's full, especially in this area. You must work fast. You can't apply this foundation using fingers. If you do so, you're gonna have problems, and you're gonna have, it won't be that easy to blend it because it dries down way too fast. You don't have time. Ideally, use brushes for applying this product or a sponge. Concealer time, don't apply it directly on your skin because this product dries down fast and it may look harder if you apply it directly on your skin. I suggest, and as always, I suggest applying such products, especially such, let's say, dry textures. This concealer is quite dry, using brushes. So grab a little bit, take off extra just in case, and apply. Yeah, this shade is clearly quite light for me. But okay. Coverage is high. You can use this beauty for covering something, especially pimples. Texture is dry. It's gonna emphasize pores, and actually it does emphasize pores. If you have dryness, it's gonna emphasize dryness. Yes, it blurs slightly texture a bit, but it's a way too tricky texture. And if you have oily skin, yes. If you have normal skin and if you like fully matte look, yeah. If you have dry prone skin, if you prefer more dewy finish on skin or natural dewy, you're not gonna like both products. Honestly, I would prefer not applying any powders today, but we have a powder to try, so I'm gonna apply it. We're gonna start from under eye area. This product is made in China and it's talc-free. I like the texture. It feels quite nicely. It's thin, silky, and actually it looks quite good. Let's apply it, making sure that I don't have any creases. Starting from under eye area. Oh my, I like this powder. Immediately like it. It has slightly dewy finish. And it would work perfectly today. Let's apply a bit more. It's not visible on skin. It doesn't look too much, unless of course you apply a lot. And don't forget that I'm applying this product over a matte foundation. and it looks stunning. Blush texture a little bit. But if you have oily brown skin, this powder is not really for you. It's not going to be enough for you. But for dry brown skin, it's an amazing choice. And if you have more mature skin, it's a nice product to try. Like it, love it. It looks beautiful. So with the product applied and without. You know what? I like what I have currently on my skin. It looks a little bit too matte, yes, but it looks good. But one more matte. My skin is in a good condition right now. I don't have any dry areas right now, any. And that's why these two guys, the foundation and the concealer, they look good on me. They look really good on me. If you have oily prone skin, you're gonna like both. Most likely you're gonna like both. Time to apply a mix, and you know what? I want to give a second chance to this blush. Let's apply it one more time, and let's apply it as it is. Maybe we will see the shade, but I'm not sure about that. Oh, my brush looks a little bit dirty. So, oh, I can see. Look, it's more visible right now. Oh, finally. Finally. Nice shade. Nice shade, but you have to grab quite a lot for seeing it. And you know, I will keep... Can you see it? I have a kind of a gap here. That's funny. It looks really odd. I don't know what's that. Let's add a bit of this one as well. I'm gonna add it right here. Blushes are warm from this palette. They are quite warm. Let's try this one one more time. It looks better now, but it's still a little bit too dewy. And if you have more acne prone skin, you're not gonna like it. The shade still looks a bit too orange. A fun fact, this product looks way better applied over a matte foundation, because the bronzer, it's a little bit too dewy, but if you apply it over a matte foundation, it looks fine. It looks quite okay, and it's quite crucial to apply this texture over a nice powder. As soon as you have some areas that are not where you don't have enough powder, you saw these products, they can easily stuck, and it's important to use a powder before applying this product. If it's applied over powder, it looks quite good. And you know what, maybe it's gonna be, most likely it's gonna be a little bit too much, but let's apply a bit of this one as well. But as you can see, this palette is warm, so if you have cool undertone, both are more no than yes. Or as an option, you can grab this one and you can use just simply these two products. Because for instance, this bronzer, the one from the darker palette, the shade looks more complicated and not that... It's warm, it's still warm, but it's not that simply orange. It contains as well a bit of gray, I would say. So that's why this shade is a little bit better. And the texture, if we compare these two textures, I would say that this texture feels and looks a little bit better. Highlighter. Let's apply just a little bit, and I'm gonna use the lighter shade. Taking off extra, because I know that it might be too much. Yeah, I don't really like the highlighter. Still don't. Stays on top. Can easily emphasize skin texture, has a visible base. Before switching to brows and eye makeup, let's try these new beauties. The Super Peptide Lip Treatment, and we have 3 new shades. Talking about shade 5, it's the only shade that is made in China. Other shades are made in Italy, still are made in Italy. We're gonna start from shade 5. It contains some extra glitters, and most likely I will keep this shade on my lips because we have different ingredients here and the formula is not the same. Feels quite okay. I can feel glitters and it's slightly sticky. It smells nice and it tastes. It's slightly sweet, slightly. And I can barely, well, I can see glitters on my lips. They're quite small and they are pink. Shade 6. And I'm not sure that it's the same formula. It's the same formula, so no worries. And shade 7. It looks more transparent. It contains a bit of pigment, but just a bit. Feels great. We'll keep this one on my lips. Brows, and we have a new brow pen to try. I have it in shade 1, and this shade looks kind of interesting. In my case, it should work perfectly. It contains a bit of green, and actually it seems to me that it contains a bit of gray. We'll see. This product is made in China. I don't really need such products, but okay. I will try to draw at least something. Actually, the shade is kind of good. It's not red, it's not orange with the product applied and without. Time for an eye look, and I've shown you already glittery eyeshadows, and we have matte eyeshadows as well, and 3 shades were released. I'm gonna show and I will do my best. And actually I can easily use all these 3 shades, and today we're gonna try them. As well, a new pencil was released, eye pencil, long lasting eye pencil. I think that's just simply a new shade, a shade 40, and I'm gonna use it for creating my base. This product is quite long lasting, it trays down, if I remember well. And as well, we have these beauties. I'm gonna use the black one today. Yes, you can, it's written here that they are reusable, you can reuse them, but normally I don't reuse such beauties because, well, it's doable, but it's not really that easy. Let's start our makeup, and we are gonna start from a pencil, and I'm gonna create a kind of a wing, but not a classical one and not a classical smudged wing. So for now, creating a base, and as I know that this product dries down, blending it immediately. Nice shade, nice texture. As a crease shade, gonna use shade 2, grabbing a bit and starting directly from the crease, applying this shade. This shade is slightly warm, so if you have pale skin, a light skin, cool undertone, this shade would appear a little bit orange in your case. Applying it closer to outer corner as well, and blending. Texture is actually quite nice. Pigmentation is, I would say it's more high. Time to add some metallic shade. Gonna use Pearly eyeshadow in shade 1 and starting from the center. And as I know that this product can easily emphasize skin texture, I'm applying mainly in the center and leftovers moving in all directions. Don't use a lot closer to your inner corner because otherwise this shade, it can emphasize skin texture. Now we're gonna try the black one, and I'm gonna apply it over the brown liner, taking off extra just in case. The black one is not really that pigmented, and ideally you should layer it. Applying near my lash line, moving a little bit up and blending the shade into the previous shades. Near my lash line and between the lashes, adding and pushing brown pencil. In my inner corner, adding the lightest matte shade, starting directly from the inner corner, and what's left, moving to my lower lid. I'm gonna use the shade that I used as a crease shade on my lower lid. Gonna add a bit of black on my lower lid, near my lash line, taking off extra. and especially adding it a little bit right here. In my waterline, adding eyeshadow stick from Kika Milana and my Robert shade 1. Starting from the center and a little bit adding near my inner corner. Time to add some glitters, and let's add 2 glitters. I'm gonna start from shade 2, and as well I'm gonna add shade 3. I need a big fluffy brush, grabbing a bit, starting from the center and adding and spreading, and of course applying above my crease. Shade 3, grabbing a little bit more and adding a bit more in the center. Time to try false lashes, and I'm gonna wear the black one. I suppose that we should have, yes, we do have a glue here. I'm gonna try this one. I'm gonna try this one, but normally I use this glue from Duo. It's perfect, it holds perfectly. This product is made in Korea. I normally apply false lashes, even single lashes or such lashes above my lashes. I know that some people apply them and wear them under. It's up to you to decide. I prefer above because I don't feel them, and it's easier for me to apply and to wear them that way. And if I try to apply them under, I feel them and my eyes don't like them and I start crying. It's more a personal thing. I know that for some people it's easier to apply a mascara and then to apply false lashes, and it's better to do it if you have flat lashes. But if your lashes are naturally curled, better do not, because otherwise it's harder to do. So that's why I normally just simply apply false lashes and then I apply a mascara. We're gonna start from the Long Beauties. So grabbing, applying a bit of glue, taking off extra just in case, and adding closer to my outer corner. They are nice. They are nice. I like them. But I'm not sure that I like the glue, because it feels a little bit too watery as for me. But it's just a personal thing, personal preferences. Closer. I like these lashes. Medium. I like the lashes, don't like the glue. I'm gonna wait till the glue is fully dried down. So for now, switching to the lips. This beauty is nice. It works. And I have dryness right here. And this product worked and I don't have dryness here anymore. So actually, this one is a cool one. It doesn't smell synthetic. It doesn't taste synthetic. It feels and it tastes quite okay. Other lip products, we have new lip liners, we have new shades 21 and 22. Gonna show them to you on lips. We have new lip oils, shades 11 and 10, and they are glitter, and guys, they smell quite nicely. As well, we have a new formula, Juicy Bomb Plumping Lip Gloss. 5 shades are available so far. Maybe we're gonna have more. As well, we have a new matte lip cream. It's called Blur Soufflé, and we have 12 shades, and I'm gonna show you all shades. And lip oils are made in China. Lip glosses, plumping lip glosses are made in China. Matte lipsticks are made in China. Liners are still made in Germany. We're gonna start from the liners. Shade 21. It's scented. I never paid attention to it. This shade is slightly warm. I like this formula from Essence. It's nice, quite long-lasting and pigmented. If you have light skin, cool undertone, pale skin, don't buy this shade. It would appear a little bit orange in your case. In case of warm undertone, grab the shade. It looks beautiful. It doesn't look way too orange. It looks slightly peachy, a mix of pink and peach. Most likely I'm gonna wear this shade today. Interesting shade, 22, and this shade is a mix of gray and a bit of brown. I would say even gray, black and brown, but it looks a little bit patchy. And ideally you must layer this shade. But it's a bit unusual and it's quite hard to find something like this in drugstore. Lip oils starting from shade 10, and it smells sweet. It smells nicely. And guys, this shade is so amazing. It reminds me of fairy lip oil from Essence, but this one is better because it smells good and it tastes good. We have a mix of light blue, purple and pink glitters. Shade 11, and it smells quite good as well, slightly sweet. Feels okay. And here we have lots of glitters, mainly silver, but as well a bit of pink glitters. And this shade, for some reasons, it reminds me of Maybelline Lifter Lip Gloss. Looks good. Time for a new formula, starting from shade 1. Smells quite good, not way too synthetic. Reminds me of some cherries. Shade is red, light red, and actually it looks quite pigmented. Feels okay on lips. It's not sticky. Pigmentation, I would say average, but it's a kind of a lip gloss, so that's expected. And I would say that for a lip gloss, it looks quite pigmented. This shade is a mix of red with a bit of orange. The only thing that it seems to me that pigment moves a little bit closer to inner part. But still, it looks and it feels good. I like it. And I can't really tell you that it is a plumper. I can feel a bit of something cooling, but barely. Shade 2, dark red. A mix of red with a bit of brown. And it doesn't look too warm on lips. It looks more neutral. Product smells this shade. It smells the same as the previous one, so I suppose that all shades smell the same. And I still feel a little bit of something cooling on my lips, but that's okay. It doesn't hurt, it doesn't burn. It's just a bit of something cooling. Shade 4, peach. Smells the same. Shade 5, a mix of light red with a bit of pink and with a bit of peach. Quite an interesting shade, by the way. It doesn't look too orange on lips, no. It looks good. I think this one is gonna be my favorite. Shade 8. It looks more pinkish if we compare it to other shades, but it still contains a bit of red. It's not orange on lips, but at the same time, I can see a bit of peach here. Time for a new matte lipstick. Shade 1. Smells nicely. And you know, it reminds me of a similar product from Catrice. Quite nice shade. Doesn't look way too red. It looks quite interesting. Feels great. It's not sticky. May appear a little bit patchy, so ideally spread this product well. And in this case, it should be quite okay. Texture feels interesting. And it seems that it doesn't emphasize dryness. But again, you should apply this product carefully, because if you don't spread it well, it can emphasize dryness a little bit, I suppose so. Shade 2, a light muted orange. Shade 3, orange. Shade 4, bright pink. Interesting shade. Shade 5, neutral pink. shade 6. And if you have pale skin, light skin, cool undertone, you're gonna like this shade. In your case, it would appear more neutral pink because it's slightly cool tone pink, and it's called nicely Pillow Talking. Nice reference. Shade 7, Warm Red. Shade 8, a mix of pink and brown, and it contains a bit of red. Shade 9, a mix of brown, pink, and a bit of gray purple. And if we compare it to shade 8, shade 8 looks a little bit warmer. Shade 10, a mix of brown, pink, and it contains a bit of warmness. And here we have more brown than pink. Shade 11, a mix of red and pink. I would say that it looks quite similar to a classical red, but it looks a little bit more pinkish. Quite a nice shade, and it contains a bit of blue. So while wearing your teeth, they should appear whiter. Shade 12, a mix of brown and orange. Nice formula. Let's apply a bit of a mascara. I'm gonna use the one that is called I Love Curl. It's a waterproof one. I'm gonna apply it here. We'll show you eye look closely and we will discuss everything. Discussion part, and of course we're gonna start it from products that I'm wearing currently on my lips. I'm wearing actually these two guys, a lip liner in shade 21 and a lipstick, a matte one, in shade 6. Pillow Talking, like the name, like the shade. It's slightly cool tone, but it's not way too cool tone, it's not way too purple, it's not way too gray. Beautiful, amazing shade, and I think that it's my favorite shade from this line, actually. And this liner, oh, it looks so good, it looks so good. But if you have pale skin, light skin, cool undertone, don't grab it. In your case it would appear too warm. If you have neutral light skin, try it, it may work quite well. In your case it would appear a little bit peachy. In case of warm undertone, it looks more pink than peach. Stunning, I like the shade. Let's discuss. We're gonna start from these two beauties. I haven't shown them to you yet. New body mists from Essence, new Juicy Bomb Mist. Right now, these guys are not limited anymore. And if you live in Germany, if you go to your local DM, you can find these body mists on a shelf with fragrances. I've seen them there and you can easily buy them. They're not limited anymore. So, two new beauties were released. Fifth one is called Sugar Swirl, and this one smells to me like raspberry. I'm not quite sure what it's written here. Oh, okay, it's written fluffy marshmallow, orange blossom, and warm vanilla. Really, it smells to me more like raspberries and a bit of vanilla. So this one is quite sweet, and this scent is not really that long lasting if we compare it to this one. 6 is called Moody Musk, and it contains, and it should smell like bergamot, airy violet leaves, smooth musky amber. And this one is more complicated. If you don't like wearing something sweet, you need this one, and I like this one. And this one is the most long lasting and I can feel it on my skin and on my hair up to 2, sometimes 2.5 hours. This one I can feel on my skin up to sometimes even half an hour, I would say. So if we compare these two, I would prefer this one, and this scent is more complicated and it's more like unique. And if you like a bit of bergamot, if you need something fresh, grab this one. Oh, I like this one. There's an option you can mix. Of course you can mix this, guys. Yeah, this one is cool. just the personal preferences. I'm not really a big fan of something way too sweet. I prefer something more kind of neutral, something with citruses, and that's why I do like this one. These guys are quite nice nowadays, and they are not limited anymore. Are they that long lasting as Sol de Janeiro? No, Sol de Janeiro I can feel up to 5-6 hours. It depends where I use it. If I apply it on my hair, I can feel up to 4 or 5 hours. If I apply this beauty on my body, I can feel it up to 6 hours. These guys are not that long lasting, but still I think it's a nice try. These guys are quite beautiful, and these beauties are made in Poland. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, our next beauty, Hydrogel Eye Patches. I'm not really that impressed. I think that it's way better to grab this beauty. You're gonna have 30 pairs, if I remember well, and they are more cooling and more nourishing. These guys were okay, but they weren't that cooling and nourishing. I kept this beauty in my fridge before applying them, so still they weren't as cooling as these guys. Not bad, but could be better. Let's be honest and let's be realistic. And it's kind of pricey to buy just a single pair. You can save a little bit and you can grab a pack. And they're nice. They're really, really nice. But if you need one pair just to refresh, maybe it may work. But I still would suggest you grabbing the big one. I have so many products here and there, and sometimes I feel myself a little bit lost because I can't find some products. Let's discuss these two beauties, and let's start probably from this new serum spray. I think it's a nice one. I think that Essence tried to replicate this product from Dalba. I haven't tried this one, so I can't really tell you whether they work similarly, whether they are close to each other or no. But this product is actually quite nice. If you have oily prone skin, forget about it. This product contains oils, and this product is not for you. If you instead have more dry prone skin, grab this product. It's gonna be a nice choice, especially when it's quite cold outside and when your face is way too dry. It should help you, and this product is actually quite nice. If you have a reaction to some fragrances, you're not gonna like this product. This product contains some fragrances. It's not fragrance free. It smells to me like honey, like sweet honey. It smells quite okay as for me, but if you don't like honey, if you don't like something way too sweet on skin, you're not gonna like this product. It works quite well. It's not a setting spray. It's more a refreshing spray, and I would say it's more like a toner, like a mist. You can apply it before applying your makeup, or if you applied, for instance, way too much powder, you can refresh your face using such products. It's a nice product to try, but it won't work in all the cases. And if you have acne prone skin, I would avoid using such products because it contains quite many oils and you may have a reaction to this product. Talking about this beauty, Dewy Primer. It smells like honey and it smells way too sweet. And if we compare these two guys, this one contains more fragrances, and I can feel this scent up to 10 minutes on my skin. While this product I can feel probably up to 5 minutes or so. If you don't like honey, don't grab it. You're not gonna like it. This product is actually quite nice and it's quite nourishing. And if we compare this primer to other primers from Essence, this one is more nourishing. And if you have more dry prone skin, you can try this product. It may work in case of dry prone skin. But if you have more oily prone skin, don't grab it. For you, it's going to be a little bit too much. And I suppose that you may have some issues. If you have acne prone skin, I wouldn't probably suggest you this product because of the texture, first of all, because of the finish, second thing, and third thing, fragrances. You may have reaction to fragrances, so be careful. Currently, I like both, and in my case, these two, they work. They work quite okay. I have normal skin, just currently it's just perfect. I don't have dryness. I have a bit of dryness here, but it's like, I would say it's nothing, and I don't have any dryness right here. Moving to a new foundation and a new concealer. They work good in my case, but they won't work perfectly in other cases. It's just simply impossible. We're gonna start from the foundation. Quite many shades are available. I took shade 100 and it's a perfect match for me. And this foundation looks great in my case. It doesn't emphasize pores. but it can emphasize pores a little bit. This foundation would work perfectly in case of normal and oily prone skin. In case of normal skin, be careful with this product, because if you have at least a bit of dryness, it wouldn't work. If you have dehydrated skin, it wouldn't work. If you have dehydrated skin and visible texture, visible pores, this product wouldn't work in your case, and it would emphasize everything, literally everything. If you have nice, beautiful, perfect skin, you don't have any issues. If your skin quite nourished, I would say, it's gonna work perfectly. If you have oily prone skin, it's your product. In your case, it would work perfectly and it would stay perfectly in place. And you don't really have to even set it with a powder. This product dries down. But from the other side, as this product dries down way too fast, it's quite hard to apply it. If you're new to makeup, I can't really suggest you this product. It dries down faster than Estee Lauder Double Wear, the original formula. It dries down way faster, and even today I applied this product. I had kind of some issues. I fixed them. Everything looks perfectly right now, but it wasn't that easy. So if you're new to makeup, I would say it's more no than yes. You can try to apply this product using a sponge, and in this case it may work kind of better and you can apply it. It's going to be easier to apply it. Talking about a brush, it's better to apply it using a brush, in my personal opinion, for not having full coverage and for applying less. But from the other side, again, if you're new to makeup, you may have issues while applying this product using a brush, because you have to work fast. You have to work way too fast. And what else I wanted to say? Finish is more matte. I would say it's fully matte. Coverage is high. You can apply a little bit less and you're gonna have more average coverage. I tried to apply less today and I could do it. And you can layer this product easily. Questionable. It wouldn't work in all the cases, and it's written here that it's a hydrating Longwear foundation. I disagree. It's quite dry. It's quite dry, but it looks and it works beautifully, and in case of oily prone skin, it's going to be a perfect product to try. Yep. But yeah, not for everyone. Not really for everyone. And this product is made in, I think that I didn't tell you, it's made in Italy. Just in case. This beauty is made in Poland. No, this one is made in Italy, and this one is made in Italy as well. Talking about the concealer, I'm a little bit disappointed. Product is made in Poland. It's way too dry. As for me, it's way too dry, and if we compare these two textures, this one is drier. If you have dry prone skin, forget about this product. If you have normal skin, but if you have a bit of dryness, and if you have dryness in your under eye area, don't use this product in under eye area because it would look badly and it can easily emphasize dryness. If you have more oily prone skin, grab this product. In your case, it would work quite well. Coverage is quite high, and don't apply this product directly on your face as quite many people do. Don't do it, because this product dries down fast and you may have some issues while blending it. So better to apply a bit of on the back of your hand, grab a brush, apply this product using a brush. And in this case, this product works quite well and it looks quite beautiful. It's not for everyone. It's not really for everyone. I haven't seen such textures for a while. Nowadays we have more nourishing products, more nourishing concealers. This one is a little bit too dry for me. Yes, it looks quite okay. Currently, in my case, it looks beautiful. It dries down. It shouldn't crease. Yeah, but it's too dry. As for me, it's a little bit too dry. I would prefer mixing it with something more nourishing for having less problems even while applying this product, because again, it dries down way too fast. And if you're new to makeup, you can easily have some problems, and this product may appear partially same as foundation actually. New powder. I'm in love. I like it. It's made in China and it looks so beautiful on skin. It's slightly dewy and this product is talc free. If you have dry prone skin, try this product. It should work perfectly in your case. It sets makeup. It doesn't emphasize anything. It doesn't look cakey on skin. Of course, unless you apply a lot, and in case of dry brown skin, it's don't use a lot. Don't do bacon, because for dry brown skin, it's too much. And it looks beautiful. It looks really beautiful. It blurs texture a little bit, and it's not visible on skin. It's that thin and that silky. I like it. It's an amazing powder, and I can recommend you this product. The only thing that we don't have a powder puff here, we can't close this beauty. That's a little bit sad, but still I like it, and I think that this powder is gorgeous. It's amazing. It reminds me of powders from Evelyn a little bit. Cool. This one is amazing. Our dupe to Hourglass. Is it a dupe to Hourglass? No. No, it's not a dupe to Hourglass. I'm going to show you only 2 palettes from Hourglass. I have more. I like products from Hourglass. I know this texture quite well. And in total, I think that I have five palettes or something. And it's not a dupe. I'm sorry, it's not a dupe. Of course, you've heard that it is a dupe, just simply because of the way these palettes, they look like. Textures are not the same. I'm sorry, guys, they are not the same. They are not that silky, and they are not that creamy as Hourglass. And it's not that easy to work with these palettes if we compare them to Hourglass. Today, I had issues while showing you these palettes on skin, while showing you the shades on skin. And don't use these palettes on bare skin. Don't use these palettes directly over foundation. Don't use these palettes over a mineral powder. You must use a powder, a normal basic loose powder, before applying these products. Because otherwise, these guys, they stuck, and it's not that easy to blend these textures. These palettes are made in China. If we compare these textures, with comparison, let's wait a little bit. Let's just quickly talk about these palettes. If you have more medium skin, you need this palette. If you have light skin, you need this palette. This palette is a little bit too dark for light skin. This palette is too light for medium skin. If you have cool undertone, pale skin, you don't need both, because they're way too warm for cool tone girls, for light skin. You can try to wear these 2 guys, but a little bit questionable, and you're never gonna use these 2 highlighters because they're way too dark. They have a visible base. And talking about this palette, it's quite warm. Textures. I like bronzers, I like blushes, but some shades are a little bit questionable. For instance, this shade, it was way too light, and I couldn't even see it when I applied it first time. When I applied it over a basic powder and over a foundation, it showed up, and actually the shade looks quite okay, but it's warm. And this shade is a little bit darker than this one, but it's still quite warm. Bronzers are quite nice, but textures here they're not the same. Here the texture is, for me, is better, and blush is better here. Here blushes are quite dry, especially this shade is kind of dry. If we compare it, or if we compare these 2 blushes to this one feels more creamy, and this shade, this blush, is closer to Hourglass because it's more creamy and it's more silky, and it's kind of funny, while these guys are a little bit too dry. Bronzers, same thing actually. Here the bronzer feels a bit more creamy. Here the bronzer feels slightly drier. And here we have extra golden glitters. Here we don't have any extra glitters. This shade is more shimmery, and it looks more dewy on skin, while this one looks more, I would say, natural on skin. Talking about the shades, highlighters, they are the same. We have the same formula, we just simply have different shades. And be careful with these highlighters, they have a visible base, and don't use a lot, because otherwise they emphasize skin texture badly, way too badly. Texture is a little bit too thick. you have to remove extra. If you're gonna layer these highlighters, they look bad on skin. Sorry, but they do look bad on skin. If you apply just the thin layer, especially if we talk about this shade, they look okay. They look okay. If accidentally you apply too much, grab a clean brush and just simply take off extra. And in this case, they're gonna be fine. They're gonna be quite okay. Let's discuss the shades. Let's start from the lightest one. This Beauty, it's a light peach with a bit of pink, but it looks more kind of peach than pink on skin. Talking about this blush, it looks a little bit darker than this one, but it's still warm and it contains a bit of something red, and that's why it looks a little bit darker on skin. Bronzer, it's quite warm, but at the same time it doesn't look way too orange if we compare it to some other bronzers. For instance, if we compare this shade to this shade and this bronzer from Essence shades 10 and 20, they look more orange. Here we have a bit of redness, and that's why the shade looks better on skin, but it's still quite warm. It's not neutral, it's quite warm. Contains extra golden glitters. Highlighter, yellow golden, has a visible more yellow base, so that's why if you are a pale girl, this palette wouldn't work in your case. And you know what, I applied this highlighter a little bit on my body, and if you use a big fluffy brush, it looks better, and this base, it's not really that visible. So a small tip for you, don't use a lot, use a big fluffy brush for applying this highlighter. Texture is kind of tricky from the blendability point of view. We haven't discussed it yet. Be careful. Be careful, not that easy to blend them. And if we compare these beauties to Kika Milana, to Hourglass, sorry, it's harder to blend these guys. Shade 20. Quite interesting shade, but it's quite dark, and it's a mix of red, orange, and as an extra it contains a bit of gray. That's why this shade may work in case of cool undertone, but it might be a little bit too dark for you. And ideally you should apply it just a little bit. This Beauty, berries, beautiful bright berries, and this shade is slightly even cool tone. It contains a bit of purpleness. This highlighter, it's a kind of a blush, I would say. It's way too dark and it's way too orange pink. It looks more orange, really. This highlighter is way too dark, and it contains, it's a kind of dark golden with a bit of peach. So that's why I can't really suggest you this palette. It's a little bit tricky. You're not gonna use this shade. You're not gonna use it. You can wear it as a kind of an extra. For instance, you can try to mix these two guys. But damn, this highlighter, this texture is a little bit too thick, and it can easily emphasize skin texture. If you have acne prone skin, I can't really suggest you these beauties, and be careful with the bronzers and blushes. Unfortunately, yes, they can emphasize skin texture, and you should take it into account, especially if you apply a lot. If you have normal skin, if you don't have visible pores, you shouldn't have any issues. And again, if you applied too much, you can use a clean brush to take off extra, and in this case it should work. These palettes should work quite okay, but they are slightly tricky, and you should take it into account, and don't even try to apply them on bare skin, especially if you have a bit of something wet on your skin, because they stuck easily. They stuck easily, and it's not that easy to blend. Hourglass versus Catrice. As for me, this new product is not a dupe to Essence, but they try to recreate and to replicate several textures from Hourglass. They try to replicate this texture, and actually this shade looks kind of similar to this one. They are not fully identical, but they are way too close. Highlighters, they try to replicate these highlighters, but they are thinner, and they don't really have a visible base, and they emphasize skin texture less, even if you layer them. Talking about this texture, they try to replicate this texture from Hourglass. As a person who has palettes from Hourglass, as a person who uses these palettes and who loves these palettes from Hourglass, I can tell you that they are not the same. Textures are not the same. With these beauties, you can do whatever you want. You would never have any issues while blending products. You can apply these beauties over a mineral powder, you can apply them over a bare foundation, you can apply them on bare skin, and you wouldn't have any issues while blending. Textures here are thinner, more silky, and more creamy. Here, textures are drier, especially if we talk about this particular palette, and they emphasize skin texture more. If you're a young girl, if you have perfect skin, if you're gonna apply these palettes only over a powder, over a foundation with a powder, you shouldn't have any issues, and these beauties may work perfectly in your case. And in your case, these textures, they may appear kind of similar. But if you have mature skin, if you have dry prone skin, I'm sorry, but you would see, you're gonna notice these differences. And that's true, that's the reality. I'm not gonna lie and tell you that as soon as you buy these palettes, you're like gonna have the same quality as here. You won't have the same quality as here. I'm sorry, but that's true. If you need something similar to Hourglass, try to check baked products that are made in Italy. Kika Milana, Vicon, what else? Milani. I haven't tried new blushes and new bronzers from Milani. I want to grab them and I want to check them out. But quite often, products that are made in Italy, baked textures that are made in Italy, they might be kind of close. Not 100% the same, but they might be way, way, way too close. These guys are not that close. And as an option, you can try to check baked textures from Poland. Poland has quite beautiful factories and they produce quite beautiful baked textures. But these guys, if for instance, if I compare this palette to this palette from Eveline, I would choose Eveline. Sorry guys, it doesn't mean that these palettes are bad, it doesn't mean, but I'm not gonna tell you that they would work exactly the same as Hourglass and as Kika Milana. Plus, I had some issues today while applying them over a mineral powder brows, and we have only one product. This beauty is made in China and I like this product. So far, it works quite well. We have a beautiful, nice tip here. It's a kind of a brush, and we can easily draw some extra lines. And this shade is actually quite good. It's not way too yellow. It's a mix of green with a bit of gray. It doesn't contain enough yellow for me, but it looks quite okay, and I still like it. We have a spoolie here, and as for me, this product is quite nice and I can suggest. It reminds me of a similar product from Catrice that was released, but shades are not the same actually. Blonde shade from Catrice looks more like a mix of yellow and green. This one looks a bit more cool tone, and this shade looks more, actually they are both quite pigmented, and I think that you can choose one or the other, honestly. A nice product to try. So far I like it and I don't have any questions. It looks and it works beautifully. Moving to eyes, and let's start from these beauties. I like them and I can recommend. I like such false lashes, but honestly I would prefer using a bit more closer to my inner corner, something smaller, and I need something, I would prefer having something in between here because I can see some gaps and I don't really like it, but it's my personal thing. This product, these false lashes are nice, they're weightless. You can easily, if you like wearing false lashes underneath your lashes, you can do it. It's doable. I prefer wearing them above. It's just more comfortable for me. And they look beautifully. I'm not really a big fan of this glue. As for me, it's a little bit too watery. I prefer something else. And I have a glue that I like. But as an option, why not? You can reuse such lashes, it's up to you to decide, but don't forget to remove glue from the band. They're nice. We have a black one and a brown one. Stunning. Product is good and it's made in Korea. I can recommend both. They are nice. Pencil in a beautiful shade 40. This shade is so interesting. It's a mix of brown with a bit of red. So I would say it's a copper brown kind of. Texture is nice, soft, creamy, easy to work with, easy to apply. It dries down quite fast, so you don't really have that much time for blending, but you still can blend this beauty a little bit. This product is made in Germany. It's a gel-based formula, so it's smudge-proof and it's long-lasting. Beautiful product to try, and I like this particular shade. I think that it's a cool one. Ah, cool. Yeah, I do like it. Mascaras. They are nice. I like all. Well, not sure about this one. Honestly, I'm not quite sure about this one. That is made in China. These beauties. Lash Without Limits Tube in Brown is made in Luxembourg. What the Length waterproof one is made in Luxembourg. A basic one is made in Italy. This one is made in China. The thing that if we compare this one to this one feels drier. And it's not that easy to apply it on lower lashes. If you like natural lashes and if you need a waterproof mascara, this one should work quite well. It's not that easy to remove it using micellar water. But as for me, it feels drier if we compare these two. So as for me, I would prefer this texture and this formula. It's easier to apply it. It's just simply easier to apply it. And it looks nicely. Actually, both are quite okay, but if I had to choose, I would choose this one. Talking about this new formula from Essence, I think that a basic one and a waterproof one, they look the same on lashes. Really, they look the same, but it's not that easy to remove a waterproof one. Use a micellar with oils or just use a cleansing oil. And in this case, you shouldn't have any problems. This one you can easily remove using the basic micellar water. This formula is actually quite nice. It curls just a little bit. Ideally, if you have flat lashes, I would suggest using a curler. I don't need it. I don't use it. I have naturally curled lashes, so that's why I never use a curler. I just don't need it. And they look the same. They separate a little bit and they give a bit of volume, but they give mainly length. A little bit, but still. They look quite okay on lashes. So far, so good. They don't look clumpy. They are fine. I will try while filming short videos, I'm gonna wear them as an extra and I will let you know in comments whether they are transfer proof, whether they fall off or no. Because today, I can't wear 4 mascaras. It's just simply impossible. Talking about this one, as I already told you, it's quite dry. If compared to other mascaras, it curls. Yes, it curls a little bit. It's weightless. And if you have flat lashes, actually, in your case, this one may work. This one may work quite well, actually. You can layer this product and it separates quite well. It's more about having something more natural on lashes. But if you layer these two, they look similarly on lashes, I would say. I could barely see any, differences. Talking about this beauty, it's a tube and mascara. It's a long-lasting product. It doesn't fall off. This formula is not new. To Essence, we just simply have a new beautiful brown shade. This shade looks quite dark on lashes, but it's still visible that you have something not black on lashes. I like this formula from Essence and I think that it's a good one. Basic, beautiful, love it, like it. Separates well, gives a bit of volume, but just a little bit. And it curls even a little bit. Eyeshadows. We have new eyeshadows, single eyeshadows. All eyeshadows are made in China. We're gonna start from matte eyeshadows, and so far so good. I didn't have any issues while working with these matte eyeshadows. They are quite pigmented, but not all shades. If we talk about the black one has more average pigmentation. This beauty shade 2 looks more pigmented if we compare it to shade 3. Shade 1, it's not really that pigmented if we compare it to shade 2, for instance. So pigmentation, unfortunately, depends. Texture is quite nice, easy to blend these guys. You can easily blend them together. They look beautiful. Should warn you that shade 1 contains a bit of yellow pigment, so it's slightly warm. So it's not a cool tone beige, it's kind of neutral warm beige. Shade 2 is slightly warm as well. If you have cool undertone, light skin, and as well if you have pale skin, would appear a little bit orange in your case. If you have neutral undertone and warm undertone, should work quite well. In my case, they look and they work perfectly. I will do one more look using these beauties tomorrow. Talking about this formula that is called Mono Eyeshadow Pearly. I have 2 shades, and you know, they look kind of similar to a well-known metallic chrome eyeshadows, but you have to be careful with them, because if you grab way too much, they may appear a little bit flaky, and you can see these single pieces on your eyelids. So ideally, I would suggest applying a bit and start always from the center, and leftovers apply in different directions, and ideally remove some extra, because otherwise, if you don't do it, these guys, they can emphasize skin texture. But if you apply just a bit, they look beautiful. They look beautiful, and this shade 1 is a nice one. It's golden, but at the same time, it doesn't look way too orange. Nice, beautiful, quite neutral golden shade. Shade 3 is slightly warm. Yes, it's warm tone brown. And if you need something cool tone, you need something else. Texture feels quite nicely, and actually it's quite creamy. But just simply be careful with these guys. Talking about these beauties. When I swatched shades 2 and 3, I thought immediately about Urban Decay. They look kind of similar, guys. They look kind of similar, and I think that Essence tried to recreate and replicate Urban Decay and such glittery textures. We just simply have glitters here, and all shades, they look kind of similar. Less glittery shade 1, it's not that bright, and it's a little bit flaky if we compare it to others. That's why I do prefer shades 2 and 3. If you need something brighter and slightly more kind of cool tone, you need shade 2. If you need something slightly warm, you need shade 3. And I think that this shade 3, looks kind of similar to, oh my gosh, I was close, to Space Cowboy. Not fully identical, but kind of close. Kind of close. Here I have Urban Decay, here I have Essence. Essence contains more silver glitters, I would say. But you know, in some cases, in case of some looks, they may look identical. And as well, these glittery eyeshadows, they remind me of e.l.f., Bobbi Brown, Colourpop, and Charlotte Tilbury. And I did swatches side by side. And when I did these swatches, I realized that Essence, you know, it looks way too close to Bobbi Brown and Urban Decay. And if we compare Essence to e.l.f., I would suggest you Essence. Essence costs less, but it looks more glittery. But glitters, unfortunately, they fall off. And they are not really that long-lasting. Ideally, I would suggest applying them over liquid eyeshadows or over creamy eyeshadows that dry down. And in this case, these glitters, they should fall off less. And be careful while applying these glitters, because while applying, quite many fall off. So be careful, and you can try to remove them. You can try to clean your under eye area, but still you're gonna have some glitters here and there. I think that they are kind of nice, but I wish they were more long-lasting. And finally, lip products, lip liners. These guys are not new to us. This formula is not new to us. That's why let's start from these two. We have two new shades, 21 and 22. If you need something more for daily needs, for daily looks, you need shade 21, but this shade slightly warm. If you have pale skin, light skin, cool undertone, in your case, the shade may appear a little bit too warm, so I can't really suggest you this shade. But if you have more neutral and warm undertone, this shade should work perfectly. It's a mix of pink with peach, and it contains at the same time a bit of brown, and it looks stunning on lips. I like this shade and I think it's a good one. Talking about this shade, unfortunately it looks a little bit patchy, and at some point it is expected because the shade is quite complicated. It's dark. It's a mix of gray black with brown. The shade is amazing. The shade is stunning, and it's quite hard to find something such shades in drugstore, so I think it's a nice try, and you can layer this product, and as soon as you apply a lipstick over, it wouldn't look that patchy. So as an option, if you need this shade, you can grab it. I think it's a nice one. Lip oils, not a new formula, but finally we have beautiful scents, like both shades, and both shades, they smell kind of similar, and we have glitters here and there, and this formula is nice. As a reminder, don't forget that we have a small issue with a stopper here, and that's why we have quite a lot of a product on this applicator, and if you apply a lot, this formula may appear a little bit sticky. Don't use a lot, and in this case you shouldn't have any issues. This product is amazing. It feels great, it's nourishing, it helps with dryness. If you have way too dry lips, this product works, and it works quite well, and I like these two shades. They finally smell nicely, and they smell slightly sweet. Not way too sweet, slightly sweet. Shade 10 is a mix of purple, golden, and pink glitters. Shade 11 contains mainly silver glitters, but a bit of, and as well I think that it contains pink glitters. Yeah, but just a little bit. I like both shades, and I can recommend you both shades. And even if you're sensitive, you may like these guys. And if you skipped lip oils from Essence just simply because of the scent, try these two. And as well, try the one that is called Cookie something. It's a good one. It's a good one as well. I like them. Glitters are not way too big. They feel quite okay on lips, and they're stunning. They're good. Peptide lip treatment. We have new shades. These two shades are made in Italy. This shade is made in China. Formulas are not the same. This one is a classical formula from Essence. You're gonna expect shades. This beauty looks slightly red, like dark red with a bit of brown on lips. It looks more neutral. It's not warm, it's not cool tone. It looks more neutral, nice, quite interesting shade. This shade is quite light. In my case, it looks a little bit transparent, and it's a kind of light beige, I would say, with a bit of pink. Still quite nice. Like this formula, can suggest if you've never tried it, try it. It's an affordable, beautiful product. I know that in some cases people can feel dryness while wearing this product. In my case, I don't feel dryness, and that's why I like this product, and I can suggest. Talking about this new shade, it looks funny. It looks cool, it looks glittery, it contains some glitters, it feels quite okay, and it works. It smells nicely. It doesn't smell way too synthetic. It smells slightly sweet, but I can barely feel the scent on my lips, so that's okay. If you're sensitive, you can try this beauty. Glitters are not way too big. When I just applied this product, I felt them a little bit, but later on, I didn't. Really, I didn't. And this product works. It helped today. It helped today because I have dryness right here. It was windy. So yeah, my lips are slightly dry, and this beauty worked for me today. So yes, I can suggest all shades. They are nice. New Plumping Lip Gloss, Juicy Bomb. I'm not quite sure why it's called a plumping lip gloss because, you know, I don't feel that it contains lots of menthol or pepper. It doesn't contain pepper, really. It feels a little bit cooling on lips, but not that long. And I don't know why it's called. It's not a plumper. Honestly, it's not a plumper. And you know what? I like this product. It looks quite okay on lips. It looks beautiful. It's not sticky. It feels comfortable. It helps a little bit even with dryness. It doesn't emphasize dryness. And some shades are quite nice. This product is made in China and this product smells nicely. It smells to me like cherry bubblegum or something like this. Something similar. But it doesn't smell way too synthetic. And if we compare this scent to So Cherry Happy Collection, this one smells more natural, and that's why I like it. And on lips, I can't feel the scent at all. So that's nice, that's great. Currently, 5 shades are available. Maybe we're gonna have 8 because we have shade 8. If you need something more neutral, you need shade 8. It's slightly pinkish and it's not way too red, it's not way too warm. And as an option, you can grab shade 2. It looks like cherries on lips. It's dark red with a bit of brown. It's not warm at all. It looks beautiful on lips. And I think that this one is actually a nice one. The only thing that it's pigmented for a lip gloss, but pigment moves a little bit and you have to control it. It moves slightly closer to inner part, but it doesn't look like a line unless you apply way too much. You don't have to use a lot. You don't have to use a lot because it's quite pigmented. Currently, I like it. Currently, I can suggest you this product. And our last beauty for today, it's falling. Oh, okay. Our last beauty for today, this new lipstick. I've been wearing this lipstick almost more than an hour and I feel dryness. First of all, I feel dryness. Second thing, it looks a little bit patchy right now, closer to inner part. That's a little bit kind of sad. Upper lip is okay, but lower lip is not that okay. And I suppose that if you grab a dark one and if you wear a dark one, they may look a little bit patchy, unfortunately. So ideally, I would suggest you grabbing something light. My favorite shade, shade 6, that is called Pillow Talking. I think it's a good one. And I think that I should reapply it. Texture is nice. Feels okay. As soon as you apply this product, no dryness. But yeah, within an hour, yes, it feels a little bit dry and lips, they look a little bit dry. And yes, this product can emphasize lines. But it feels quite okay. And if you need something long-lasting, this product may work. It dries down. And I think that it's transfer-proofed, at least partially. This shade 6, slightly cool tone. It's not way too purple, it's not way too gray. It's slightly cool tone. Pink, beautiful, neutral. Love it. Like this shade. Some shades are a little bit questionable. They're, again, a little bit too red or a little bit too orange. Some shades are nice and we have a choice. Honestly, we have a choice right now. This product doesn't look way too patchy on lips. But some shades, they may look a little bit patchy. Take off extra. If you see it and spread this product well. It can emphasize dryness a little bit if you have it, and especially if you apply a lot. But other than that, it's okay. You know, it's a matte lipstick, so at some point it is expected. And if you tried this product from Catrice, and if you like it, you can grab this one. This one is better, as for me, because this one from Catrice looks more patchy, especially the shades that are slightly red. Plus, we don't really have a choice here. We have 5 or 6 shades. Here we have 12, and we can choose some shades that are, you know, more nude, that are more pinkish, and that are not way too orange. It was our last product for today, so let's check out how everything behaves. I have my makeup on a little bit more than 8 hours, and let's check everything out. We are gonna start from the brows, actually. Product looks good. It's still here. I can see it. It's quite okay. So it means that it's long-lasting eye makeup. Mascara. It didn't fall off. That's great. Lashes are still here. They are good. No issues at all. My eyeshadows are perfect. No questions. Metallics, they started to crease a little bit right here, but still quite okay. Talking about our beautiful glitters. They fell off. They fell off partially, not all, but partially, yes, they did fall off. And I have quite many glitters here on both sides. So ideally, I would suggest applying them over something liquid, as I've told you actually already. Pencil is fine, no issues. Lips. Unfortunately, this matte mousse lipstick, while wearing it doesn't look as good as it could be, and it's getting kind of patchy in this area. And yes, I feel dryness while wearing this product more than an hour. That's expected at some point, but it is what it is, and I don't really like that it's getting patchy right here while wearing. It's a little bit sad, and in person it doesn't look that good. Ideally, you should grab some natural colors, and in this case it should be better. Face makeup. Foundation looks perfectly, and the concealer. They look good, but I have normal skin. In case of dry brown skin, no, you don't need both. In your case, it would be too much. Powder was okay. I reapplied it several times, but it's not fully matte, just in case for you to know. Talking about these beauties, I noticed on camera that the highlighter doesn't look good right here. And it's visible that it has a visible base, and it looks as if I have something slightly patchy right here, unfortunately. Other than that, more or less fine. The bronzer, the blush, they look fine. They didn't fade, but highlighter, I don't like this highlighter. Even when it's applied just a bit, it still looks not as good as it could be. Let me know down below what you think about products we tried today. Do you like them or no? And are you gonna grab any or no? I hope you enjoyed this video, and if yes, don't forget to put a thumbs up, and of course consider subscribing. I wish you a pleasant day, and I hope to see you soon in the next video. Bye bye!